Hi folks, this is Sean Hyman from Chart of the Day, and I want to talk to you today about high probability pullback points. And I think this is in timely fashion because on this previous Friday we saw the euro dollar tank down to around the 50 SMA. This black line is the 50 SMA simple moving average. The purple line is the 100 SMA, and the green line is the 200 SMA. For starters, when you have an uptrend, you'll have these trends, these moving averages headed up. When they're in a strong uptrend, you'll have them in order, meaning the 50 SMA above the 100 above the 200, etc. And you'll also note that in one of our more recent videos, I told you not to try to be picking tops because tops take time to form. And I gave an example of when we went above 160 the last time on the euro. From over here to over here is a 4-month period of time. So the top formed within 4 months. It didn't just start falling off a cliff then. Also, the previous top before that was when we went about above 136 right up in here. And from here over to here is about a 4 to 5 month period of time as well. So the point being is trends transition. They don't usually instantly change. And so that's why with this trend being like this, you should really still be looking for long opportunities in euro dollar, which means the dollar going down some more as well again. Now the question is, when are usually high probability entry opportunities when you have these big huge pullbacks? The first one, of course, is the 50 SMA. I mean, it'll pull back to about that level for a long time. Now when you start to get a deep correction, and who knows, we may be in for one soon. Typically, you will find the pair will move down somewhere halfway between the 50 and 100 SMA to 100 SMA the first time before popping back up. And examples of that are this initial pullback off the top here went about arguably half to 3/4 of the way between the 50 and 100 SMA. It pushes up higher above it, and then it comes back down to the 100 SMA and pushes up higher again. So, the zone in between the 50 and 100 SMAs are huge, especially about the midway point between the 50 SMA and the 100 SMA. Anywhere around in there is a high probability point, and you'll see that was the fact when this the euro topped the last time. Of course, there was a long uptrend coming up to this point. From I think 118 or so all the way up to 136, and then it pulls back, and its initial pullback is about halfway between the 50 SMA and the 100 SMA. It runs up over some days, pulls back to the 100 SMA, bumps up again, goes a little under the 100 SMA, runs up, for a good month or two here, straight from there, and then back down to the 200 SMA and pops up. So these simple moving averages help act as areas of support and help give you areas to judge that. So many times in strong trends you'll see the 50 MA support it, but when it breaks the 50 SMA, somewhere between halfway and the point of the 100 SMA are high probability entry points. So you had this huge run up, breaks the 50, stops about halfway in between, runs up, hits the 100 SMA, runs up, hits the 100 SMA, runs up again, falls back to about halfway between the SMAs, runs up, hits the 100 SMA, runs up again, hits the 100 again, runs up, stays above the 50, runs up, so forth. So these are high probability entry points. Blow this up a little bit more. So what would that mean? That would mean on euro dollar, if this is a time where it breaks the 50, and who knows if it will be or not, we'll find out later on the week. But if it does, somewhere it looks like anywhere but around the 147 level to a little over 147 to a little over 146. So if somebody traded with a light number of lots and had wide stops, then they would necessarily have no worries in trying to capture this pullback and enjoy the run back up, because we'll have another run at 150 to 152 or so. You got a little top here at 150, 144. So between 150 and 150, 144. on Eurodollar. Also, how does this translate into my currency cross service as well? Want to take you to one of those real well. Euro yen, since the euro is likely to be supported and the dollar is likely to go down, that will also likely carry over into the euro yen pair as well. Let me blow this up some so you can see it. This thing has been trading in this kind of a wide range, and so since the euro will gain a lot of support, you'll likely see the euro yen head higher again as well, up to around the 138.39 level. And so you'll see a lot of this euro strength that came from euro dollar spill over into euro yen as well. And keep in mind, a lot of the yen crosses will move more than the majors, and that's the whole point of my currency cross services is that we're trying to get larger gains, greater gains with longer trends out of the crosses than what we would find in just trading the major, the euro dollar. So that is the chart of the day, is to find the high probability points and how to zone in on areas on the charts that can tend to be those high probability points. Thanks so much for watching.